Now, as the hours turn into days, the families of the missing are trying their best not to lose hope and are waiting at an indoor auditorium on Jindo Island for any news about their loved ones. Our Yoo Li-an is standing by at the auditorium. Li-an, how are things looking like there now?
Hi, Connyong. Ever since we received reports that air was being injected into the vessel, the families here have been closely watching the monitors here that show live feeds from the site of accident and news footages as well. Frustrations continue to grow here at the auditorium as families are only left to hear news on the rising death toll. There are a number of Coast Guard officials here who are trying their best to answer the questions that these families of victims have, but they're growing more emotional as more time passes.
Li-an, I hear there were some complications down there, families not really getting accurate information on the rescue operation.
You're right. There's been quite a commotion here with parents of the victims taking the mic one by one to express frustration on the lack of transparency into the rescue operations. Earlier this morning, the head of the victims' families here issued a plea statement which was broadcast nationwide, asking people across the country to help them rescue their children. Families here are feeling they need all the help they can get after finding out that the number of rescue personnel announced by the government and the actual number they got is quite different. Now, for the families who have grown weak and distressed from days of waiting, there is a special care center set up here at the gym where nurses and medical personnel are taking care of people and also offering mental help for many that are distraught here at the auditorium. The past 2 nights have been extremely hard for these families of the victims. They have been under an overwhelming amount of stress and they simply look exhausted as many of them haven't slept much throughout the night. Connyong.
All right, we will be looking forward to some good news for the families waiting there in the auditorium. Thank you, Li-an, for that report. That was our very own Yoo Li-an reporting from Jindo Indoor Auditorium, where many of the family members of the now 268 missing are gathered waiting for news of their loved ones.